So Community Living Algoma is a government-funded organization governed by a volunteer board of directors. And our responsibility is that we support children, youth, and adults with developmental disabilities throughout the city of Sault Ste. Marie and the district of Algoma. And it's a broad spectrum of services. So from housing to employment, to community supports, to supports for children and youth in schools. So anything that really we can help families and children, youth, and adults with, we are engaged in. We provide people the opportunities to be connected and a part of and to belong to their community. And so our role is essentially supporting people to become as independent as possible, to have the lives they want. It is reciprocated because the community has embraced people with disabilities. So we are seeing jobs, we're seeing housing options surfacing. So we're very excited. We think the time is perfect to be moving forward. But not only do we support people in community, but people with disabilities have been giving back to their community, and we're very proud of that.
Hi, my name's Steve McGuire. I'm a real estate broker with Royal LePage Real Estate, and I'm also a property manager through a company that I own called Regent Management Services. And we're the building manager here at Pinecrest Village Condominium, and I provide real estate sales transactions for a lot of the properties in the building as well. Well, this particular property owner is an interesting gentleman, and he was quite interested in providing a service to the community for developmentally challenged individuals. He was able, because he was in a position financially, to assist in doing some of the physical changes along with Community Living Algoma. Changed out the floor covering to hard surface, enable the resident to move around a little more easily. The bathroom was renovated to allow for a walk-in shower, created more space, more room, and much easier access for the resident.
It's suitable for me.
It's suitable.
Everything works right, and everything. If I need help, I can just get in contact with you.
Yeah, and do you like the pool here?
I like the pool. I like the pool to go out the front door. Might be safer than climbing stairs or something.
Well, in the building, there's actually two properties on site here, Pinecrest Condominium, which we're in, and Parkview Condominium, which are both joined by a social and recreation facility. The rec facility includes a pool, a spa, sauna, and an exercise area. Above that, there's a social room along with a billiards room, which may or may not be helpful for this particular resident. But there's also a social committee group between the two buildings, and they run various programs over the course of a season. Not so much in the summertime. People are doing other things in the summer, but they have potluck dinners and other social tea clubs or coffee clubs, you might call them, special events. And those are available through the building, and there's notices posted. And I would encourage the resident to get involved in that. Make contact with those groups. They'd be very interested.
Because I can think about all this, it's like swimming, and I can even warm up in the sauna if I don't want to stay in the pool all the time.
So you like all the facilities?
Get out, when you get out, eh?
You like all the different things you can do here? The
Yeah.
social room where they have the Christmas party?
Yeah.
And the pool where you can go swimming?
Yes.
And the whirlpool?
Yes.
So the initiative with respect to community-based housing options really came to infancy within this past year, I would say, and more intensely probably within the last 6 months. We were reluctant to get moving because one of the struggles that we hear about in community is the low vacancy rate and the availability of housing, community housing and apartments to just the general society. And so we weren't ready to really explore, but more recently, due to the work of some of our managers, they've been able to create meet with some developers and really look at what options. And we were pleasantly surprised, I guess, is the right word, to discover that the community is very ready and has opened their doors. And so we've had a few housing scenarios presented to us that now we're actively pursuing.
My name is Mark Bennon, and I own a renovation remodeling company called Stay at Home Renovations. For the past 15 years, we have provided renovation and remodeling services to the city of Sault Ste. Marie. Generally, most of our customers are seniors that want to stay home in their home longer. So the remodeling and renovations that we do generally are tub to shower conversions, widening out doorways, installation of high-rise toilets, and we also install grab bars and any other safety items that will help people stay at home longer. Well, I built this house, it's been about we started 2 years ago, and I built this house because generally what I found is that in a lot of houses in Sault Ste. Marie, they're designed really for families. And what we found is that there's a lot of stairs there, narrow corridors, narrow doorways, and small bathrooms. And no matter what you do, sometimes it's just very difficult to do the renovations that will assist a family with someone who is in a wheelchair to basically be able to utilize that home. So we also noticed that in these families, the primary caregiver basically seemed to be tired and sometimes burnt out because it was just really difficult to care for someone in a wheelchair in a traditional home. So the general question would be, we built this home and designed and built this home because we wanted a family to stay home longer with someone who is in a wheelchair or in a walker. So generally, keeping families at home. One of the most important features of this home is one of the bathrooms. There are two, but this bathroom is specifically designed for somebody with accessibility issues, specifically somebody in a wheelchair. So once again, you notice the 36-inch door to the bathroom. So nice wide door to get in. Okay. You'll notice that this bathroom is a very large bathroom, so it has enough room to accommodate someone in a wheelchair and somebody helping them, okay? You'll also notice that this shower is a wheel-in shower, so somebody can be wheeled right in and helped to basically shower that person and take care of that person. This is convenient not just for the person in the wheelchair, but it's also convenient for the caregiver. It makes caregiving for the individual in the wheelchair much easier and safer and better for everybody involved, okay? And of course, we also have a high-rise toilet here, okay, and a wheelchair accessible sink.
So we're very confident based on the information that we gather through the quality of life interviews, as well as research and studies that have been done throughout the world. So life is more than just housing, and housing is a critical component. But the pieces that are going to make it work are that people get to choose where they live, who they live with, who their roommates will be, that people will be supported in the community, that the right supports show up in their life, people who match up very well with their needs, that people are connected to communities, have opportunities in communities. So where people live is very critical. It's an essential part of life, but it's more than just where they're going to live. We have to make sure that all those other elements fit very well, that we are listening to how people want to be supported, what they want to eat, what they want to watch. But we feel that our staff, we've been working a lot with our support staff to understand this change process. And between our work, the work of families, and people's willingness to explore alternative housing, that it can be very successful.